Hello and welcome to Chair Fit. My name is Terry. This is a full body workout. So if you have a nice sturdy chair, please grab it and get some nice comfortable clothes on, and then we'll get started. So we're going to actually start behind the chair so we can do our little bit of our warm up. So we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to stretch nice and tall, and then we're going to exhale out. Let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath. Expand your ribs and expand your spine, and exhale one more time. Deep breath, big stretch, and relax. Good. Now we're going to roll out the shoulders. So a lot of our tension is stored in our shoulders. So take a little time every day just to loosen up your shoulders. Maybe you want to circle the other direction forward a few times. And then we're going to actually put our hands on the top of our shoulders and let our elbows make some circles. This creates a little bit more range of motion. So you get a little bit more stretch through the side of your body. So listen to your body, of course, and you just take it to a range that works for you today. You know your body best. And then we're going to take our hands and actually place them on the hips. Make some hip circles, loosening up the hip joint, and take it the other direction. So in-person Chair Fit begins in 2 weeks. So we actually begin at 10:30 on Tuesdays on June the 7th. And then we'll also have yoga on Thursday, June the 9th beginning. Let's go ahead and make one more big circle, and then we're going to warm up our feet and our knees by just kind of walking in place. So lifting the heel, relax your knees, your ankles, give the balls of your feet a nice stretch. We'll do 4 more. And then we're going to stand behind the chair for some squats. So make sure you have plenty of space. We're going to sit back. So we're gliding our hips back, making sure that our knees are behind our toes. Our chest is lifted, our back is nice and neutral. Good. And then if you want to add some arms, you can. You can take the arms out in front. You can take the arms out to the side, whatever feels best, or just continue to hold on to the chair and continue to focus on squats. We'll do another 10. Just 8 more. And then now try 6. And 4. Good. Give me one more. And then go ahead and shake your legs out. Good. And we're going to continue to stand behind the chair, do something called the tick-tock. And it's just an easy little swing. You're rotating. You're shifting your weight from right to left, and you're lifting a leg, working inner outer thighs. Again, the height depends on you. If you want to keep the legs nice and low, feel free, or a little bit higher. We'll just do 4 more. Good, last one. And then we're going to take our right leg and we're going to step it back and come into a little lunge. So we're going to make sure we bend that front knee, and we're in a lunge. We're just going to lift up the back heel. So again, feel free to hold on to your chair. Maybe take the opposite arm forward or both arms. So we're lifting, staying in our lunge, but lifting that back heel, coming up. Swing. 4, 3, of course this is strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes. Good, and then do 1 more. And then we're gonna stay in this nice lunge. So make sure your feet are like in a railroad track. That back foot has some space. So you don't, not on a balance beam. In other words, your toe isn't directly behind the front heel. There's plenty of space, like the left leg is standing on a railroad track and the opposite leg is on the other one. We're gonna take our time, bring our arms to cactus. So we're gonna just stay here with a lunge. We're gonna add a little twist. So you're gonna twist in the direction of your bent knee, that front leg. And then you're gonna inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, twist, go however far you can. Inhale back to center. You're still in a nice lunge. The back knee is soft, the front knee is bent. Good. And then we're gonna go ahead and raise the arms, staying in our lunge. And let's do one more of those. And then take a nice deep breath as you bring your hands back down. And then we need to switch legs. So take the other leg straight back behind you with the heel down. Good, now hold on to your chair so you feel like you have good balance. You're slowly coming up on the ball of the foot, back leg. Good, raising that heel. If you want to take your hands away, you can practice swinging the arms forward, or maybe just one. But if you take your hands off the chair, of course, it'll start to work your balance. We'll do a couple more. And then we're gonna relax that back heel all the way to the ground. Stay in your lunge so that front knee's bent. As you come to cactus, you're gonna twist the other direction. And then gently inhale back to center. Good, exhale, twist. Return to center. Feel free to grab the chair if you need it. Twist. Good, back to center. Let's do one more. Twist, and you can always take the chair anytime. Good, and now staying in that lunge, we'll bring the arms up. Exhale it down, raise the arms. Exhale, so really working that lower body, getting some strength in those legs as we condition and tone the upper body. Beautiful, take your hands down, bring your feet together, shake it out. We're gonna come to the side of our chair so we can work on balance. And so we're gonna start with stepping our outside leg forward, side, and back. Good, so let's try that with one hand on the hip and the other one holding onto the chair. Your supporting leg is the inside leg closest to the chair. You're gonna step the foot forward, bring it in, and then take it straight up to the side. And then step the toe back. Good, and try that again. So it's forward, side, and back. Good, one more time, forward, side, and back. And of course, if you want a challenge, you would take both hands to the hip and try and do that without holding onto the chair. Good, so you're pointing front, pointing straight to the side, and pointing straight back. Good, bend both knees, relax your legs, shake them up. Let's try the other side. So first, make sure you're holding onto the chair. This inside leg's the supporting leg, you're standing nice and tall. You're gonna gently point the toe, and then we're gonna bring that foot back, point out to the side, and then point behind. So right now I'm just putting a hand on the hip, trying to get comfortable being on the one foot. And I always tell people look about 60 feet in front of them, keep your eyes on one spot. So if this is too easy for you, feel free to take both hands to the hips as you come into each toe tap. Good, we'll do it one more time. Tap front, tap side, and tap back. Good, relax, shake out the legs. We're gonna come to the other side. And now here you've got the option of just keeping your feet together. And if you want, you can go ahead and take the outside leg and just lift the heel off the ground. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use our arms. So we're going to take the arm forward, out to the side, and now behind you. So my hand is just slightly behind the hip. Let's do that again. So the arm comes forward, side, and back. So if you want to do it without holding the chair, your arm would swing forward, side, and back. And of course, you really wanted a challenge, you want something more difficult than that, you would actually lift the knee and take the arm forward, side, and back. Forward, side, and back. As you can see, that it's much more challenging balance-wise. Let's try the other side. Take a nice deep breath. So we're going to start by just lifting the heel on that outside leg. Take the hand down so we can hold the chair. And arms are going to come front, side, and back. And I'm looking about 6 feet in front of me. Let's do that one more time. Forward, side. So this is a dynamic balance. Dynamic just means that the body's in motion when you're balancing. So let's go ahead and, if you want, take the leg up and you're balancing on one leg. I'm just going to continue to hold on to my chair to make sure I feel nice and stable. And if it's not enough challenge, then of course you take your hand off the chair. And you just make sure you're breathing and your eyes are focused. So then we're going to relax by shaking everything out. Good job. And then we're going to come to our chair. So we're going to find the middle of our chair. I brought hand weights. So if you have water bottles or cans, soup cans, that also works. We're actually going to start with something called the hammer grip, which is with the arms and your hand weights or water bottles. They're straight up and down, so they're in a vertical position. We're going to take the weights all the way to our hips, and we're going to begin by taking it nice and high to the shoulders. So these are bicep curls. You're getting some nice range of motion. You're coming all the way up to the shoulders and back. Your feet are flat on the floor and you're sitting up nice and tall. Good. So we're going to do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come halfway down. Same thing. So isolating that bicep muscle. And we're going to do another 4, and 3, and 2. Good. Now this last one, we're going to hold it here. We're going to make sure our elbows are in close to the side of the body, kind of glued to the ribs, and we're going to slide our weights out to the side. So try and keep your wrists in a nice straight line from your arm. You're not doing this, so it's not in the wrist. Your whole lower arm is moving in one unit together as you open up the shoulder. So we'll do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to take the hands down again, all the way down to the hip. We're going to do some front raises. So we're bringing the arms out about shoulder height and coming down. So try not to lock your elbows. It's just a nice lift. We're inhaling as we come up, and then exhale, relax. Good. We'll do 4 more. And then we'll do another 2. And then we'll take it out directly out to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms straight out from the shoulders, but my elbows are slightly in front of my shoulder, and the wrist is a little bit in front of the elbow. So check to make sure Your arms are a little bit rounded. We'll do another 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're going to lean forward. We're actually going to walk the feet together. The weights are on either side of your legs. We're going to row up. So you want to maintain a nice long spine. And you try not to round over. 4 more. And then we'll do another 2. And then we're going to do something called the upright row. And we're doing that with the legs apart. So we're going to take the weights now to the inside of the leg, and we're going to row up. So again, you're hinging forward just slightly. The weights are coming about to chest level. And we'll do another 4. Good, just 2. And then last one, we're going to take one of our weights and put it under the chair. And with the other weight, we're going to bring our feet together. We're going to come forward, lift the right elbow, and then do some tricep kickbacks. Of course, this works the tricep muscle. And we'll do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll switch sides right away. So the other elbow comes up. It's just a press back. And again, you're slightly leaning forward, relaxing, as you isolate that muscle. 4, 3, 2, and here's our last one. Very nice. Take the weight again and place it in that right hand. We're going to use this weight to come across the body. So we're going to come across, tap the shoulder, and just feel that in your upper arm as you come across the body. You also feel it in the back. We'll do 4 more. And then we'll do 3 and 2. Good, last one. And then switch hands. So when you first start, you're really going to feel it more in the forearms, and then as you come up, you should feel it a little bit higher in the arm. Good. Coming across. So if it feels better just to come across the body without lifting towards the shoulder, feel free, because any movement is good. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch hands again. We're going to this time place the weight in the right hand. We're going to make sure our feet are at least hip distance apart. The other hand's going to actually go behind the head. We're going to dip and take that opposite arm and gently lift it towards the ceiling. So the weight will drop that shoulder, that right shoulder, and help work those side obliques. And again, listen to your body. Don't go so far over that you feel uncomfortable. 2 more. You should feel a nice comfortable stretch, but not any kind of tight pulling. Okay, switch hands. So again, gravity will help you drop towards the floor. The opposite elbow just gently lifts up towards the sky. Good. And so we're getting this nice stretch right on the opposite side, and then right here we're getting a little crunch. So we're working those side obliques. We'll do 4 more. And then we'll dip for 3. We'll dip for 2. And then we'll do 1 more. And then you're going to take that weight and you're going to make sure that your hands, both hands are on the weight. And we're going to come between the legs and then just gently bring it up to about eye level. It's called the wood chopper. So imagine like this is an axe and we're coming down, chopping wood. And again, it depends upon you how much range you want. So some people can bring it all the way up towards the head, come down towards the ankle, or any combination there. You just want to get some movement. We'll do 4 more. Lift for 3. Lift for 2. And then lift for 1. Good, take your time as you bring that weight back to the chest. We're gonna make some small circles. And we're gonna start with smaller circles. And then as we start to loosen up, you can make larger circles. And then we'll do one more. And then we're gonna actually switch directions. So always start small, listen to your body. And then slowly draw bigger circles. Pause when you feel like you've gone far enough. We'll do two more. And the most important thing is just to take your time. Okay, the last exercise with the weight is holding on to each end of the weight, making sure the elbows are nice and high. And now we're gonna rotate. So we're gonna turn to the right, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Good. So think about turning from the waist, and then the shoulders and the head follow. We'll just do another 4. Good, just 3 more. Try and keep those elbows nice and high. Exhale as you twist. And then here's our last one. And then coming back to center, you want to go ahead and take your weight and place it underneath the chin. So we're done with our upper body toning. We're going to focus on our stomach, and then we're going to work on lower body. So we're actually going to begin with our arms crossed. And we're going to lean back like we're leaning back in a lawn chair. And then we're going to use our stomach muscles to bring ourselves forward and come and look over the toes. So lean back, tap the back of your chair, straight back, nose to toes. And then again, leaning back, using your stomach muscles to draw yourself up and bringing your nose over your toes. Beautiful. So come back. Engage. Back as straight as you lean forward. Good, 2 more. And then coming forward. And here's the last one. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna make sure that we go nose to toes and most of our weight is in our feet, because then you can try lifting your hips. So you're leaning back and then coming forward, lifting the hips off the chair. So imagine you're coming out of your chair, and if you need some support, you can always take your hands down and use your hands. Or you can just continue to go nose to toes and lean back. But by coming up out of your chair, you're working those upper legs and the upper hamstrings and the glutes a lot harder. Let's do another 4. And 3, and 2. Good, give me one more, wherever you are. Good, and then we're gonna relax the hands. Good, so we're done with our stomach work. We're gonna work lower body. We're gonna begin with some hip openers by just tapping the leg out to the side. So right now you just wanna feel comfortable in the hips as you open up. And now let's try the other side. Again, range of motion depends on you. Working those hips. Good, just 2 more. And then we're gonna add the arms. So we're actually gonna bring the hands. So the hands, one hand is stacked on top of the other. And we're gonna do a diagonal extension. So the top hand's gonna go up, the bottom hand's gonna go down, then coming back to the heart. So it's just a diagonal reach. One hand extends down, the other hand extends up into the corner. It's called slicing the pizza. You can decide if you want to look up towards the top hand or have your eyes Follow the bottom hand down. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. And then we're gonna add the leg. So I've got my left hand on top. And now we're gonna take our right leg, the opposite leg, and we're gonna take it out as we make this diagonal stretch. So we're reaching. Good, reach. And just tap that right toe out for 2 and 1. Good, so now the other hand's on top, and we're just going to go with the arms first, doing a diagonal extension. And then when you're ready, we're gonna add the leg. So here's the last of the arm. We're gonna step that leg out, and then we're gonna extend and reach. So the bottom hand is following that leg out to the side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Relax your arms. This time we're going to take our arms straight out to the side, and we're going to add a leg kick. So we're going to start first with the right leg, just kicking it out, and then the left leg, and then the right, and then the left. Good. Now we're going to add a twist with the arms. So we're going to twist towards the right, bring the arms back to center, exhale, twist to the other side, back to center. So we've already warmed up the spine using the weights as we rotated. Again, we're sitting up nice and tall, working on rotation. And now let's go ahead and add the legs. So we're gonna kick with the right leg. The left side is gonna come over to meet it, and imagine that you're trying to touch the toe, and then we'll switch sides. So it looks like this. Inhale, arms up, out to the side. You're gonna kick your right leg, and then you're gonna twist to the right, and then bring it back to center. You're gonna kick with the other leg, opposite hand reaches towards the toe, bring it back to center. So it's kick and twist, kick and twist. Good, and we'll finish with 4 more. And 3, 2, and final twist. Beautiful. And again, we're gonna make sure that we rest those arms. We're gonna take our hands to our thighs. We're gonna roll the hands over the knees. We're gonna do a nice forward fold. Relax your back. Good, and then slowly come back up. Excellent. So now we're going to take our feet wide. We're going to take our right hand to the right leg, and then we're going to take the other arm, bring it up towards the ceiling, and roll out that ankle, that wrist, because we are going to be rolling out the ankle in just a moment, but we're going to roll out that wrist, reach it towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath here. If you'd like to go a little deeper into this side lateral bend, you take the arm over the head, and of course you're going to pay attention to how far you go. Just feel that wonderful stretch, and then slowly switch sides. Inhale the arm up, and there goes that wrist. Just nice easy circles. Take the arm overhead if it feels good. One more nice deep breath. And then coming down, we're going to walk our feet together so they're hip distance apart. We're going to reach underneath our right leg. So both hands reach under. We lift the knee in. So it can be this high, or you can hug that knee to chest. But either way, we're going to roll out that ankle. So we're going to start focusing on that lower body. We're going to work on ankle and feet. And then we're going to lower that leg, reach underneath the other leg, hug the knee to chest, wherever that is, roll out the ankle. And then take your time as you slowly lower that leg down, because we're going to work on our feet. And we're going to begin by making sure our ankle is right underneath our knees. We're going to roll up on the ball of the foot, raise the heels as high as we can go. So as you raise the heels, you're starting to engage the calf muscles. If you want to work a little harder, you put a little pressure on the knees. So as the heels come up, you're pushing down against that by pushing down on the knees towards the ground. And so you've added some resistance to those heel raises. We'll do another 4. Then for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now follow me. We're going to take the heels where the toes were. And now we're going to rock back, lifting the toes as high as they'll go. Now, of course, we're working the opposing muscle, the shins now. And trying to get those toes as high as you can as you roll back on the heels. We'll do another 8. Good. And 6. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to work on the ankles, so we're going to bring those feet in again. But this time we're going to glue our heels together, take the toes out to the side to a first position. So really focusing on strengthening the ankles, both toes going out to the side. And it's not just in the feet. You should be able to feel those knees and hips open up also. 4 more. And then we're going to try the same thing, but glue the toes together, slide the heels out. So the knees stay together also. You'll feel this in a different part of the feet. We'll do another 4. And then we'll do the combination of both. So we're going to take the toes out first, and then the heels, and then the toes, and then the heels, and then you're going to walk it back. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Walk it out for 4 counts. Bring it back for 4. So getting some nice mobility in those ankles. Go through it one more time, walk it all the way back, take it out to the side, and then slowly walk it back and stay here. And then we're going to go ahead and lift one heel and then the other, just alternating. Get some nice strength in the ball of the feet. And then we're going to glue our feet together, roll onto the outside of our shoe or our feet. So try and relax as much as you can in the ankle. And then we can do the same thing with our feet a little wider apart and roll onto the inside of our shoe or our foot. Trying to relax, get some flexibility in the ankle. And we'll try 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now take your time as you walk your feet together, because we're going to sit all the way back in our chair, so our back is resting against the chair. Good, just relax here as you extend the right leg out. And then take your time coming down, extend the left leg. So we're focusing on pointing the toe towards the ceiling, getting a nice extension without jerking. So it's a press. You're pressing the leg straight out, and then returning back. Press and back. Good, a couple more. So you should feel it in the knees, you should feel it up here in the quadriceps. And then we're going to take one heel forward, then the other, so we can do double leg lifts. So raising the toes. So think about pressing forward and then relax down to the heels. Press forward and relax. Press forward and relax. One more time. And then we're going to take that feet about halfway up. We're going to take the hands up so the toes and the fingers are both pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to point the toe and let the fingers just drop towards the floor. So flexing and pointing the toes, and we're going to add the arms just to get some mobility in the wrist. You want to get some range of motion in the wrist and the forearms. We'll do another 4 and another 2. And then keep your fingers up because we're going to go side to side. So this is a flick of the wrist. And the feet, of course, are just turning one side to the next. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're going to slowly lower that foot. Good. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. I want you to focus on flexibility. We're going to come to the edge of our chair, and we're going to extend one leg out in front of us. And both hands are going to be on the opposite knee. We're going to rock from side to side. And so this will loosen up that entire leg, all those muscles that we worked. So it's just a gentle rocking. We're on our heel, we're just going side to side. And then we're going to pause, stay on the heel, slowly fold forward, either touching the toe or anywhere comfortably on the leg. And then as we sit up, you can cross this leg over the ankle, or you can cross it over the knee. We're going to turn, look over the shoulder, looking back behind us. Seated twist. Nice relaxing stretch. Come back to center. We're going to take the other leg out to the side. And again, it's just a very comfortable rocking from side to side, loosening up that hip, the knees, the ankle, all those muscles that we worked. Do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then staying on the heel, you're going to lean forward, coming down towards the ankle or maybe even touching the toe. Remember to breathe. And then, of course, as we sit up, you have an option of crossing at the ankle or the knees. We're looking back. And then we're taking a nice deep breath as we come back to center. Make sure both feet are flat on the floor. We're going to do a quick little neck exercise. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to look over our right shoulder. And then we're going to dip and drop our chin, looking down at the floor. And then we're going to inhale, look up at the ceiling. And then we're going to exhale again, dipping, dropping the chin. And then we'll inhale, coming back to center. Good, make sure you're nice and tall. We're going to gently look over the other shoulder, looking at the wall. And then we're going to drop the chin as we look down. And then we're going to inhale as we look up towards the ceiling. And then take your time. Again, dip, drop your chin, looking down at the floor. Good, and then come back to center. Good, we're going to keep our hands on our knees because we're going to release any tension in the back by rounding that back. Then we're going to inhale nice and tall. We're going to lean forward. Again, think about nose to toes as you look at the floor or your shoe. And then when you're ready, holding on to the knees, again, we're going to tuck the chin towards the chest, rounding the back. And then sit up nice and tall. Again, we're trying to lean forward. And we're going to do one more nice stretch for the back. We're going to take our hands, we're going to bring them together in prayer. We're going to extend the arms, and then we're going to open. And so just open up the heart, look up. Stretch those fingers back behind your shoulders, just to squeeze those shoulder blades, stretch that scapula, and then we're going to take our arms, come around, we're going to cross, and then again, just round your back as you give yourself a hug. So let's try that again. The hands come together in prayer. It's like you're piercing the air. You're going to open up, pulling those fingers back behind you, go wherever you can, opening up your heart center. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, start to round your back, give yourself a hug. Good, and then sit up really nice and tall. We're going to finish with a shoulder shrug. So both shoulders are going to come up towards the ears. You're going to hold it here as you take a deep breath. And on the next exhale, you're going to let the shoulders just drop. Good. So let's do that again. Let's gently squeeze. Take a nice deep breath here. Hold. On your next exhale, let the shoulders go. Beautiful. Let's try it one more time. Deep breath in. Shrug the shoulders. Gently squeeze. And exhale, let go of the tension. Great. We're going to drop the chin to chest. Let the weight of the head stretch the back of the neck. And then inhaling, lifting the nose towards the ceiling. Stretching the front of the neck. And again, just go where it feels comfortable. Drop the chin, sit up nice and tall. Think about the crown of your head being suspended from the ceiling. So everything is nice and lifted. The spine is straight, the chin is brought in, and of course you're hovering. Your head is balancing over your shoulders. Good. So you just don't want this forward neck syndrome. Bring the chin in. Imagine that suspension from the crown of your head. Shoulders are relaxed because we just released any tension. We're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to bring the arms up and let the hands come together in prayer. On the exhale, let the hands glide back down towards the heart. So do 3 more of those at your own pace. Full breath in. Good, give me one more. Nice deep breath. Good, exhale to the heart center. Do one more nice cleansing breath here. And I'd like you to, wish everybody namaste, or just give yourself a pat on the back for showing up and doing class today. Hope to see you in person real soon. Have a wonderful day.